We've talked about so many female filmmakers, foreign filmmakers tonight, and there's so many that we're leaving out.
Well, there's so many to talk about, really. I mean,
yes.
Wonderful filmmakers from Iran, from Russia, Cuba, the women filmmakers. I mean, I know a lot about Hollywood and a little about Bollywood, but I learned about Nollywood, the Nigerian film community. There's so much going on internationally.
We are going to end with a couple films, Chantel Ackerman and Jane Campion, two fascinating filmmakers.
Yes, what's happening internationally is so exciting.
Yes. Our next filmmaker is very interesting to me, Mira Nair. She started out making documentaries, and one of the phrases that I thought was interesting, which fits with her film, Salaam Bombay, is that she said she wanted to make stories about people living on the fringes of society, and this is certainly a film where children are living in the slums of Bombay on the outside of society.
Well, and she and the filmmakers, you know, got these children together for several weeks and listened to their stories and ended up casting several of them in the film. And I mean, it's heartbreaking in many ways, and it certainly shows a much more real Bombay than most Bollywood films up to that point had shown.
Yes.
And this is a film that really paves the way for Slumdog Millionaire. I mean, you can see it
absolutely
very clearly.
And for those people, again, what's been so fantastic about this film, this was not a film that I had ever seen. So it was so exciting to see it. It's a triumphant film, and it compares with Slumdog Millionaire, but in a way it does not romanticize.
No, not at all.
At a certain point for me watching the film, you know, it became not so much a movie, but really an experience. You know, it's a little bit more.
It's not an easy movie to see, but it's a very important movie to see. And I think the really good news about this film, in a way, is here's her first, you know, feature film, and it's greeted with a nomination for Best Foreign Film.
Yes.
Best Film by a New Director in Cannes. It's noticed and paid attention to, and it's wonderful when you see that with a young new female director.
It was noticed, but again, we're at this period where you know, we don't want to forget about it. I'm just learning about the film, so it's you know, I want people to. I think it's going to be a revelation for people to re-examine her work. Another thing I thought was interesting about her is that she talks about the society where she grew up in India was not uncommon to have women leaders, and so she had great confidence as a female filmmaker. But yet, and we'll talk about that later in the outro, yet when she comes to America to make films, she didn't have quite, you know, the same experience that she had in
imagine that
in India, which is disappointing. But it's very tough, but a very, very important film, and profoundly affected me emotionally. I thought that the performances of the children, especially the young girl, the destiny of these children, I found to be just heart-wrenching.
Absolutely.
Absolutely heart-wrenching. And some of the scenes are they just stayed with me forever, and it made me want to go back and re-explore some of her films that I was aware of, but I was watching them in a different light because I developed so much respect for her as a filmmaker, and I hope that through this show we'll start rediscovering the films of Mira Nair. So here we go from 1988. This is a TCM premiere of the featured directorial debut of our next trailblazing woman, Mira Nair, and it's Salaam Bombay.